timiest planning for a trip so that you do not rush on the roads. And we are calling for cooperation between road users and drivers and law enforcement officers on the roads who are doing their job to make sure that we are all safe. I think all of us must come to the realization that driver behavior is what makes or breaks the deal we are trying to make. It's what saves lives. So it's about doing the right things. And ours is really a clarion call to South Africans and all road users. Please, 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 and please do the right things on the road.
Deputy Minister, what are the three things that you cited as reasons behind the large fatalities on the road, especially towards Easter season?
Well, alcohol usage, drinking and driving. We've also noticed a peak between the hours of 7 p.m. at night and 1 a.m. in the morning. So it's attributed, of course, to driver fatigue. It's attributed to partying, amongst others, and then getting onto the roads. And so, of course, because it's dark, our road users who are walking pedestrians in areas where they're not supposed to be walking interrupt the fair flow of traffic. And so that is why then we are consistently saying, don't drink and drive, don't drink and walk, ensure the roadworthiness of a vehicle. But above and beyond, there's also the other things which are a contributing factor, such as the usage of cell phones behind the steering wheel, particularly for content creation, which is behavior which is being done by both the drivers and the passenger driver, who interrupts the driver wanting to take pictures, a vacation, and all sorts of other things. It must be cute, yes, fine, but that 5 seconds interruption behind the steering wheel because of a use of a cell phone impacts negatively on your response time to the ecosystem. And so the usage of cell phones is in itself very, very problematic.
Deputy Minister, I've also seen a number of drivers in the Eastern Cape outside of festive season. Are we going to see similar campaigns happening outside of festive season to ensure that Eastern Cape isn't ranking high, as we've seen recently now with accidents on the road?
Well, as I've said, there's regular communication and contact. Our program is consistent throughout the year. You may have heard earlier on I cracked a joke with the MEC, and that it was good to see him because we have been consistently in the province. He is running operations, we are running operations which seek to support the efforts that he's doing here in the province. So ours is a collaborative effort. That is why, as national, we deployed the National Traffic Police to beef up the work, and it's all about the pooling and sharing of resources. We've got 22,000 traffic law enforcement officers in the country. We need to make sure that we work together, and the Metro being here is also testament of the fact that ultimately the goal is one, and ours is to achieve road safety. So this is going to be a consistent program because people are driving every day. Above and beyond, we've got 200 school days in a year, which means we've got heightened traffic because of education, ecosystem, transportation in the morning and in the afternoon. And so it requires us generally to continuously collaborate within the transport sector, but also with other sister departments who contribute to high road usage. And in conclusion, of course, the work that Minister is leading of ensuring that we get our rail right as part of the LCC, National Logistics Crisis Committee work as well, is to ensure that the road to rail actually happens in order for us to decongest our roads. And Eastern Cape is firmly within that particular purview, noting the amount of trucks that you see on our roads. And so once we achieve that as well, we'll be easing the burden that the province has to actually face because of road use. Thank you.
How are you? Are you well? Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Thank you. Where's my jacket? Reflector. Everything okay?
Yeah, all is well.
That's good.
Safe to say that this morning on the flight I had to I started writing my will. I started writing my will. But I'm fine. Who's getting the
I don't know. It seems like
there's a
there's
bug?
I don't know what's happening. You're forgetting things. Huh? Okay. Thank you. How are you? Are you okay? Right. Now I look like I'm doing duty.
I'm going to start with the briefing inside, and then
Yes.
we'll do we'll talk about the market.
Hello.
How are you?
Are you good?
Very good, Minister.
That's good. Nice
All
to
right.
see you.
Likewise, Minister.
just... Check 1 2. Check 1 2.
The GM and the MC. Yes. And the man. The acting man.
Okay, we're starting. It's just to welcome you, but also just to introduce the minister. She's with the deputy minister, as well as the MSc that you know in the province, MSc Ngata, and then the acting mayor, Bali, who is also joining the minister. So minister will make a brief statement, and thereafter we'll take questions. As I said, she will then interact with the motorists together with the deputy minister and the MEC and acting mayor. After that, we'll then allow the one-on-one sessions. So minister, just for your brief statement, over to you.
Thank you very much. Allow me to acknowledge Deputy Minister Hlengwa, MEC Ngata, Acting Mayor Councillor Pali, and of course all of the senior officials who are with us today. Today we are here to showcase our national readiness for the high volumes of traffic that we are expecting throughout the country over the Easter weekend. And we have come here to the Eastern Cape today because this particular area, together with Gauteng, KZN, the Western Cape, and also Limpopo, are areas that account for more than 76% of road accidents and also of road deaths. And what we also know is over the last 3 months, we have seen 3 very serious accidents in the Eastern Cape province, each one accounting for multiple fatalities. Since the launch of the campaign here in this weekend, I can share with you that we have made over 200 arrests in the Eastern Cape for drunken driving. In one district in particular, there were, 59? 59 people arrested for drunken driving. And what we also know is most of the serious accidents and most of the fatalities occur on Friday nights and Saturday nights, particularly between the times of 6 p.m. in the evening and 8 p.m. in the evening. And what we also know is that we have high volumes. We continue to have very high volumes of pedestrian involvement in accidents. Almost 40% of those who are killed in motor vehicle accidents in our country as a whole, 40% of those are pedestrians. Now, since the launch of our campaign on the 20th of March, we have been working together, national government, provincial government, and municipalities. And we are working across the country in joint operation centers, running joint initiatives together with the South African Police Services. And we've also been joined by several civil society organizations, the private sector, faith-based organizations, the liquor industry, public opinion influencers, and we are working together to encourage drivers to behave more responsibly on the roads and to ensure that human error must be removed as a factor in road accidents. 80% of accidents in our country are caused by human error. Speeding, texting while driving, driving under the influence of alcohol, walking on highways and across highways, both as sober and not so sober pedestrians, and fatigue. All of these factors are the major factors in road accidents. And so we are working together so that we have many voices with one message. And we have a collective societal campaign to end the carnage on our roads. The collaborative partners include South Africans Against Drunk Driving, Wheel Well, Road Ethics Project, CG Road Safety Flashgate, Child Safe, the Automobile Association, Santaco, NTA, bus companies, the Taverners Association, Heineken, Sasol, Motors, amongst others. Influential individuals in the media and film industry have also joined us in pledging their commitment. The civil society and private sector-led initiatives on pedestrian and commuter safety and child safety, as well as driver behavior, are going on across the country through road interviews, community engagements, school talks, and also highway activations. And I want to take this opportunity to thank all of our partners and to indicate that our preliminary accident and fatality figures for the first 3 months of this year indicate a significant reduction in accidents and fatalities. However, at the same time, there are still far too many transgressors. Since the 20th of March, we have stopped 83,000 vehicles and we have issued 4,110 traffic fines. 334 drivers have been arrested for various offenses, and this doesn't include the 200 that I was telling you about have been arrested just this weekend in the Eastern Cape. And 290 vehicles have been impounded for failing to comply with road regulations. As I've already indicated, here in the Eastern Cape, a large number of people have been arrested for driving under the influence. We had a driver who was arrested on the R61 in Port St. John's on the 21st of March, who was 9 times over the legal limit for alcohol. And this gentleman thought it appropriate, being 9 times over the legal limit, to get behind the wheel of a car. The highest speed in this campaign so far was on the N1 in Beaufort West, where a driver was stopped driving at 183 kilometers an hour in a 120 zone. These efforts will be intensified this weekend, next week, and the Easter weekend, especially in the 5 provinces that I have mentioned: Gauteng, Limpopo, KZN, Eastern Cape, Western Cape. And we will ensure that there is increased police visibility, particularly late at night and in the early hours of the morning, when recklessness and driver misbehavior is most prevalent. It is now up to every road user to do their part to reduce road deaths, as we believe that road safety is everyone's responsibility. We plead with motorists to plan routes carefully, especially considering that, unfortunately, we are expecting heavy rainfall over the course of the Easter weekend. And we know that heavy rainfall is an important factor in promoting more road accidents. So our advice to motorists and their passengers: wear your seatbelt, reduce speed. Please buckle up, babies and children. We have a pandemic of brain injuries of young children in our country caused by the impact of motor vehicle accidents. Babies don't belong in your arms. They belong in a baby seat. And children also belong in a special seat and must be strapped in. Please use your hands-free kit. You know, even old people like me know that you don't hold your cell phone and try and drive. You have a hands-free kit. Please use your hands-free kit. Use your voice to give instructions to your phone. Don't start texting while you're traveling at 120 k's an hour. And if you suffer from chronic diseases, please take your medication with you, take it regularly. We know that some of these chronic illnesses cause fatigue. If you're traveling long distance, stop every 2 hours. Please avoid driving at night. Reduce speed. It's going to rain. The roads are going to be slippery. And before you leave, check your tires. Check your brakes. Check your windscreen wipers. Check your lights and your tail lights and your indicator lights. These small checks can actually save your life. Now, because this campaign involves all of us, we are asking motorists to use our social media platforms and to post messages indicating that they've traveled safely, as we believe this will inspire others to modify their behavior and avoid crashes. So we've got 2 handles, hashtag it starts with me and hashtag got home safe. Please use these handles, tell us about your experiences when driving, and post safety messages to everybody else. It is only through this society-wide approach, including government, road users, and all of our civil society partners, that we will be able to halve road accidents. That's our target by 2030, is to halve road accidents in our country, and to ensure that this weekend and next weekend, all of us arrive alive, our loved ones arrive alive, and we reduce the statistics on our roads. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Minister. Can I just get an indication for questions? Do we have any questions? Okay, I see NCA. Can I have another? SABC, you okay? All right, I guess once we take NCA, we will do the interaction with the motorist, and thereafter we can have one-on-ones. IV is there, if you can interact with IV, but I also saw Unati for the MEC. Unati Pinwasa is here. If you can also just check with him if the MEC can take interviews. Deputy Minister is with us, so you can talk to IV as well. Okay, NCA.
One question I have for you, Minister. Seeing that you have said on a statement that most of these accidents are happening that particularly at night and public transport. And it talks around introducing curfew perhaps. Yeah.
Well, you can't introduce a curfew. But I think that the reason we are working with all of our partners, including Saboa, other bus associations, Santaco, NTA, is because we know that our public transport operations have to work with us in this. Tomorrow we'll be going to the long-distance taxi ranks where we'll be interacting with drivers. I think that obviously we want to emphasize the issue of driving safely, reducing speed, and managing fatigue. And particularly we know in the taxi industry at this time of year, there's a lot of pressure on drivers to turn around quickly. We also know from the festive season that you will find situations where there are unauthorized operations taking place, and some of the accidents will actually involve those unauthorized drivers who are not being properly monitored and not being properly coached. So these are all operations that we have expanded across the country, and you will see us in action working with the long-distance drivers tomorrow morning.
Thank you so much, Minister. That brings us to the end of the doorstop. Minister, at this point, I would request the RTMC to take over. Babu Nkabinde, where are you?
Oh, okay.
We're live streaming, so.
Yeah. Then, Richard, just be on.
Here we are going to check the roadworthiness of the car and your license. May I please have your license, Ntate? You do not have your license, Ntate. Can I please have any form of identification, even your passport?
Hello, good afternoon, sir. How are you? Fine, thank you. I'm Creecy. I'm the Minister of Transport. Hello, ma'am. How are you?
Can I please have it?
Okay, so
Can I?
have his license?
Yeah, he does not have his license.
You'll have to
So
show
now
it
I'm
at
going
the
to.
police station.
Okay. I'm going to wander about the car and see the roadworthiness of the car, if the discs are roadworthy. And the tires, sometimes they don't have nuts here.
Let's have a look.
Yes. This car, but it looks okay, this one.
One looks okay.
Yeah, the treads are there.
That looks good.
Now we're going to check the disc. Here on the disc, what we normally do, we check here, the valid one is this one. But, and then we check the, what is this, the number plate, yes, and then if they correspond. Now, yes, now we have a crack windscreen here. We're going to charge the person with the license
Okay.
and the windscreen.
And the crack.
Yes. And then we check the nuts. Even the nuts here, we must check it for roadworthiness. This one is also fine. Yes, the thread. Yes. And then we go at the back. Remember, we check the number plate in front. Does this number plate correspond with that one?
Okay.
It does correspond
It
with
does
that.
correspond.
Yes. And then
Okay.
we go back. In this instance, we do a systematic check. Tate, you can go inside your vehicle. You can go inside your vehicle, Tate. Can you switch on your lights? And then we check the lights. Make bright. 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 Thank you, Daddy. You can switch it off. Can you indicate right? In this instance, it's working. Left. Your hood and Daddy. And then you tell him to step out of the vehicle so that we can check the engine, so that we can check the loose wires, the oily. Daddy, you can open for us here, please. You can come. Go. Yeah. Yeah, you can see him, Minister. We have but it doesn't seem like a oil leakage. This one, it looks like they were pouring oil here. But in this is as we can check the battery if it is loose or not. But it's safely fastened, and there are no exposed wires here, so everything is fine. So what we're going to do, we're going to charge Ntate for wheel screen. We're going to charge Ntate for driving without a driver's license. This is what we're going to do. Ntate, thank you very much. Yes. You can close Ntate.
Doesn't he have to bring it to a police station?
The what, Minister?
The driver's license.
No, in this instance, we give him a ticket.
Okay.
Yes, so that maybe he forgot it. There's an alternative. There's number one charge that it says he does not have a license, and then it has an alternative. It's whereby you left your license at home. Yeah, but the charges, the amount are different. Yes. Thank you very much.
Minister to
Yes.
drive with driver's license in person. So he must have that. He can, yes.
With the license.
All right, we'll move over there.
Sorry.
Your license in future. Okay, let's go this way.
Okay. All right.
Where's the driver?
Sorry, who's busy here?
I'm busy, General.
Oh, okay, you're busy here.
How are you?
I'm all right,
you
fine.
well?
Thank you very much.
That's good. Where's the driver of this vehicle?
The driver was here. He's there with the...
Huh? Where's the driver? Yes, the driver. Are you the driver? Yes. I'm Barbara Creecy. I'm the Minister of Transport. How are you, sir?
I'm good, and you, ma'am?
Very good.
Yes, ma'am.
As this gentleman, did he have his license with him?
Yes, ma'am, he did.
Oh, excellent. Good.
But there was a problem with his PDP, so we did the law enforcement on the PDP, but PDP expired.
Okay.
We checked the operating license. He's got a route. He's on his way to King Williamstown. So his operating license checked out.
Where's the MC?
MC is behind you.
Right, huh?
Yes, Minister.
So this fellow doesn't have his PDP. Where's he? Yeah. This one doesn't have his PDP.
Yeah, it just expired. Where's your PTP? Why are you driving without it? Tell Kuba why.
Sorry, sir. I didn't notice that it's finished.
No, I even made a gang again.
When did it expire?
It's over.
Expired.
2025. May 2023.
Not a local permit.
No, it's
Ah,
not
here it-
expired.
Here it is.
24th of May. Now that you see, it's also,
Oh,
it's even worse. Yeah.
Foreign,
Driver.
yeah,
Yes.
Lesotho. Okay.
Yes, it's like this. It's a foreign driver from Lesotho. He must have the same PRDP as ours, which is valid for a period of 1 year. Then his is expired on the 24th of March 2025. And then, but this paper, it must be accompanied with a driving license together with a work permit, which is dealt by Home Affairs. Thank you, Minister.
so it doesn't have none of those.
He doesn't have the PRDP, it expired, as you can see. Then he must again have the work permit.
Does not
He doesn't have it. He said he left it at home. I don't know where's his home. Where's your license? Borrow me that license. Oh, license again. That license. Yeah, here's the license. It's for this one. He can drive. He is a SADC license. He can drive any small vehicle. But as long as he's going to operate a public motor vehicle, he must have such documents. PRDP, work permit. Thank you.
The ticket or...
Yes. It's been charged. It's been charged.
But are we allowed to allow...
How are you? Hello.
All right, the Minister of Transport.
How are you?
Fine, thanks, and you?
Fine, thank you. So, why don't you put your seatbelts on, people? You hungry? Why didn't you bring food with you? Put your seatbelt on, my sister.
Okay.
Please, can we put seatbelts on? Because we want you to arrive alive. They're here. Are there no seatbelts at the back? Okay, but that's, I think there's no point. These are for drivers. Apparently there's no, can someone go to the back and check the seatbelt?
Why is this suspension dropped? Is this suspension right?
Even the tires, they are not supposed to be for public motor vehicles.
Minister, there's safety belts there, but the passenger's shoes is not. Where is it? And
Show her the
that's,
safety belt, because she
I've shown
asked
that.
where it was.
Yeah, that's correct.
Now,
Minister.
now
I've just
she's
shown.
calling.
I've just pulled it out.
There's a problem there.
Because if you drop the suspension, then it
What?
sits like
How
this.
do you
So,
see the suspension?
so the vehicle sits like this. So here, underneath, it's for aesthetics, to make it look cool, but then it sits.
Okay, it's sorted. So this vehicle has got lots of problems.
Yeah, no, the drive, there's a lot wrong. This guy's probably, it doesn't have. No, there isn't one. Go to number 3. So the number 3 you have. Because the this is supposed to...
We still.
It's not there.
Yeah. So, Manka. Yeah. So you're gonna charge him for.
We are going to put extra charges for them. Extra. Let me just tell the officers.
Okay. Where are we going now?
They're putting another one.
All right.
Okay.
But by later, any man.
Remember we've discussed before. When we do checks there, pull the
Yes.
cars to allow the fair flow of cars.
That's it. That's
So pull
what
them
must
out.
happen.
Why is she doing checks there?
There, yeah.
That's how it should be. He can, because he's working alone now. Just
Because look at the
Yeah,
hole that's here.
it does that.
And what people are going to decant on this road. You can Let's have a look at this one. Okay. He looks very bored.
He looks annoyed.
He's about
Let's
to
step
wake
back.
up.
Step back a bit. Let's step back a bit. Step back. Step back. Beautiful. Right, come a bit forward. Right.
Barbara Creecy, Minister of Transport.
I hope I'm not going on TV, Minister.
I hope you're not too. Start with the driver's license. That's my advice.
Let me start there.
Where's an officer?
Can we get an officer coming there, please?
Come. Let's get an officer.
Good day, sir. How are you?
I'm well, thank you.
Okay, it's just a routine check. We're just checking compliance.
No problem.
All right. Can you come with me, please?
It's expired. I'm telling you, it's expired February.
Hey, you're in trouble, bro.
Grace period of 21 days. February 28th.
Do you know it's April?
Almost 3 months. It's 21 days. The license is expired. We were already in April.
Yeah.
Now this one is February. Yeah.
We're going to do an emergency test. We're going to check him.
In any way, he has to
Number
display the
plate
valid license.
CA313280. Let's check the back number plate.
Just bought the car. Yeah.
Just on a sec. We just want to check if it matches. You know?
Officer?
No, you must talk. What do you say something?
I'm all sorry. My license disc must go back to we buy cars. She was just fetching the scratch now.
One there.
So I'm supposed to go back. And they're actually going to pay for the ticket.
But it's your ticket.
Your license is? Yes. Where's the... Oh, yeah, Mohammed. Mohammed, check the licenses as well as the number plates. You see, like this, all the number plates are illegal, right? Illegal number plate is on.
Is that illegal?
Illegal, yeah.
What?
The font is too small.
Yeah.
The font and sizes doesn't comply with sans specification, yeah. Mama, just move a bit.
Yeah.
That's the right one, you see. So this one is wrong.
This is the correct one.
That's the correct one.
Transport.
Just doing routine check today.
So, ma'am, we check his driver's license if he's got the correct code, which is the EC heavy motor vehicle.
Yeah.
Then we check for the expiry code of his PDP.
Yeah.
It's still valid till August. Then we ask the gentleman to put the lights on the vehicle. Put the lights on, headlamps. Okay. Put it on.
The license test.
Yes. Then we check if the license disc and the number plate correspond. Yes. Right.
And then they indicate.
Yes. Indicate left. Indicate right. Okay. Now that we verified that the license disc and the number plate match, we go around, we check. We also check if the doors work. There's a latch. Then we check. Then we also check here, ma'am. There should be 3 color code differences, yellow, red, and black. Because one is for hydraulics, one is for oil, one is for air. So here he's got the red one, so they can differentiate. If it's all black, then we take the disc for the vehicle because we don't know which one goes where. In the case,
that one's yellow. Is that a yellow one?
yes, ma'am. It's yellow, red, and black.
Okay, so that's fine.
All right. Then we check the fueling orifice, if it's sealed. Then we check tires. We check the tires, and then on the other side, we check this is the 5th wheel in the kingpin. We'll test it on the other side to see if it's clamped. We check tires. Please, yes.
What are those licenses?
This is for the trailer, man. It has to have its own trailer corresponding to the licenses there. Okay. And then also we check air brakes as well. This is for the air brakes pressure. Once you pull it, it must make a stishing sound, then we know it's full. Right?
Are these tires okay? They look a bit smooth.
No, they're okay here, man.
Because they've got kids.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yes, again. And then because this is a secondary trailer, it's supposed to have discs.
Okay, that hasn't got a disc?
It's got a disc.
Okay.
It corresponds, yes.
Okay, that's
right. And then these must have these 245 plates on it. So
what are those?
Those are basically like recognition plates. So we know that this has not been stolen anywhere. We can test them via the system.
Oh,
okay. And then these are landing legs. These must be operational as well because in case of an emergency, there's yes, they have to put it down. Yes. And this is a mining truck. This here is for their loads. Whatever they got here, they hook it up here, and this is the wire. This here is for their loads. Whatever they got here, they hook it up here, and this is the wire. They clamp it down. Yes.
The side of the.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, this side as well. We'll have to tell the driver these are retreaded tires. Yeah. So he'll have to do something about that. So basically it's the same inspection from that side to this side. Yeah, about these tires. It's a discretion. Yes. But remember these guys use on retread tires. So we can issue a fine, but it's not, how can I say, if it's very drastic. But here we can issue as well. But it's a retreaded tire. Most of them are. That's what I would prefer. Yes. And then, ma'am, I was talking about the 5th wheel. So we check here whether it's clamped in properly. So that's the lever. Yeah, this as well. You see the retreaded as well. Yes. Yes.
From the back. On the outside.
And then yes. And then once again we check the 5th wheel. It's intact. Yes.
Where's the driver?
This driver. Put your tires on that side. They are terrible, ne? Terrible. You need to sort your tires out because some of them are cracking from the inside and they're peeling off, ne?
Okay.
Possibly. Is that a rental trailer or is it you guys? Is that a rental trailer?
Yes.
All right. Then the rental company, you'll have to tell them because you can't use those tires like that. All right. Oh, most important, ma'am, also on a truck,